technical difficulties. Yeah, I can't even talk. So we're half an hour late. Crazy stuff's happening, folks. But we're here, right? That's all that matters. Let's sculpt something fun. Wait for some peeps to come in here. Oh, there we go. There. Take off the private stuff there. Yo, what's up, dude? How's it going? Got Denver in the house. How's it going, Chris? How are the miniatures coming along? Yeah, technical difficulties, man. Got some things going on with my computer. It's on the verge of basically dying. So I go through about 45 minutes of pulling my hair out while trying to figure out how to get online. And I know you probably can't hear or you might not even be able to hear me. Who knows, for that matter. But I know that you probably can't hear the app and you can't hear Spotify. So, well, mainly because I turned it off because I couldn't get it to patch through. But yeah, things are crazy right now. Not sure what the deal is. In fact, I just started putting stuff on the canvas here without even wondering what I was going to sketch or do. Next up for me too is Hap server, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, that happens at times. I can't wait for them to get the RMTP thing. That'll help everything, because right now I'm going through voice meter and it's not very copacetic with my setup, because I run everything through OBS, and right now I'm mixing it through something else and I've ripped apart my entire studio, and I had a Zoom call yesterday. It's like basically like a 3-hour, because I'm post producing a commercial for a client, and I was on a 3.5-hour Zoom call, and I couldn't talk during the first like 15 minutes of it because I set it up for this live stream thing. So it's just been a headache. So that's why I've been kind of absent on Haps too, because I can't go through like 45 minutes of stress before jumping on here and just, it's a little difficult because I always have to tear apart my setup. I do music too, so there's like this huge, like, I can never have it all connected at the same time, you know what I mean? So it's like if I want to do music, I have to set up my computer, and it normally takes about 25 minutes to set that up. And by the time I'm ready to start writing music, I'm already exhausted because I've put all my creative efforts into setting up all of my stuff. So, Pablo, what's up, man? So yeah, it's a little exhausting. But yeah, I couldn't talk at this Zoom call yesterday because I had it all set up for live stream, and I ripped it apart, and then I'm like, oh shit, I got something to do at 10:30. So I jumped on here, and I got just my mic inside of my headset to work. So got to figure out a master setup as to not stress, because that's part of it. That's for sure. There we go. So I guess we're going to be doing some type of Jan, how are you? Nice to see you, man. Dude, it's been a minute. You should come on Haps. Start drawing again on here, man. Or just doing a little drawing. Whoa, and we're frozen. What happened? I just did something and it disappeared. See what I'm talking about? Technical difficulties. Where is my drawing? Oh, here you are. That was so weird. I just David Copperfield my own VR art. Go figure that out. What's up, Helen? How are you? Jan, man, it's been a minute. I love all of your life drawings on your iPad and all that. I hope you're still in here, man. Yeah, just discovered it today. Dude, get on here. I would love to see you draw on the regular on here. It's a delight. I hope you and your son and everybody's safe. And are you in France? Am I correct in saying that? Let me see if I can actually follow you right now through VR. I'm gonna follow you through VR. Let's see, view profile and subscribe. Yeah, dude, Paris, right on. Where you been? Yeah, I've been having technical difficulties both mentally and physically, hardware wise. All this crazy stuff. I had to bang out a commercial over the weekend, so I was tracking a lot of green screen stuff, and I had to bang it out because uh, the rent is coming up, and it's not very easy to create art for a living. That is for sure. So I have to put my eggs and my potatoes in particular baskets in order to expedite some form of monetary compensation. But it is what it is. We're going to upres this a little bit. I think we're going to do a beautiful woman. Let's do that. My old pal Jan is in here, and I haven't seen his art in a minute. And he has a knack for illustrating the female form quite beautifully. So I'm going to see if I can create maybe like a Pixar, a Pixar equivalent or something. Broadcasts keep freezing on apps. I don't know if it's just me. My phone wouldn't broadcast this morning. I chose landscape. Yeah, a couple of things happened for sure. Especially, I think it was on Saturday. I tried to broadcast, and it didn't work. And I'm like, you know what? I can't do this right now. Another day. Again, a lot of troubleshooting, but that's more my audio and my own hardware setup here. But we are live, though. We're doing it. Doing the thing, folks. Live art on Haps. If you're new, my name is C.S. Murphy. I'm an artist in Los Angeles. And today we're going to see if we can create... Actually, no, today we are going to create... let's try just a beautiful bust of just a woman from head to shoulders here. Yeah, I was away for ages. Hope you've been okay. Yeah, dude, for sure. Absolutely on. Absolutely. Guys, everybody on here, follow Jan and get on here for sure. Let's see. Yeah, beauty is no joke. It's very, very difficult to express in art. There are some roadmaps, but to really do it effectively, you gotta have an idea about like curves and gesture and what to leave out. All these different types of things in in all things, really. It's not just the female form. There's beauty everywhere, right? But a beautiful woman is both intimidating to approach physically and artistically. I don't know yet, but whenever I hit the present screen button on the desktop, it just kills everything. Oh no. I'm going to change the color of this a little bit, just darken it up. And then actually I want it to be a little bit more orange here. Yeah, sorry about the difficulties in the sound here, because I can't hear the app. I'll bring in these temples a bit here. So we're just going with a basic kind of shape right now, and then we'll add the secondary and tertiary forms. Let's add a neck. So go in here, much like Photoshop or anything else, you add layers, right? And then you have a layers palette. So this layer 1 right here, I'm just going to quickly call head. And then this one right here that I just created, I'm going to call neck. Whoops, neck. There we go. And then go in here, and I'll probably go with like a nice cylinder shape here. And we'll make sure that it's in the right direction. Probably don't want to go with symmetry on this, but that's okay. I'm so proud. You stop that. That's enough out of you. Hey, Karinder, Mali, how are you? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I'll just kind of this up a little bit. I always get kind of confused until I start pushing things around. Do have these ideas. Is there 523 people watching or 523 reactions? I would say 523, I think, reactions. I'm not quite sure. That's really questionable, though. I think it's the number of people that have been in here that have poked in and left. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, the neck always kind of, there's so many different types of flows and shapes involved, you know. I'm going to grab a couple of more lights here. Where's my light? There you are. I'm going to put this one like right here. I'm going to duplicate it as well and just put one over here. And then I will do one more and put it kind of just like a rim light. Something over here, but not make it as crazy. Yeah, weird. It doesn't show the number of people in the room. Yeah, I think they're updating that at some point where you get to see who is in here and who you can converse with, you know? Because it'd be nice to greet people as they come in rather than not knowing that they're watching until they say something. Did I just put a third light in here? Where's that third light? Oh, there you are. That right there. Yeah, Haps is still fresh and new. I'm going to embed all these lights into the head so that way when I'm moving around, the light source stays the same. Otherwise, if you don't embed the lights, you have different ways that the light affects the object because it's always moving. I'm going to move this down a little bit too. One of the things that I'm uncomfortable with is illustrating or sculpting the human form because it's very difficult to do. I know people that have been doing it for years and that teach it in college that still think that their stuff is imperfect. And I'm just going, what are you talking about, man? But I feel you. Like everybody that draws or wants to express, especially human anatomy, it's such a mystery and a lifelong pursuit to master as an artist. Whoops. Let's put that mirror back on here. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's pop some eyeballs in there. Let's just kind of like placeholders for now. Man, it's chilly here too. I got an air conditioner blowing on me. I can't turn you off. I'll turn you off. All right, so we got a new layer here, right? Did we do another one? Nope. Let's do a new layer. And we'll name this one eyeballs. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's a bit googly-eyed, so let's just bring that back a little bit. And then the cool thing, the reason why I put these in here is because I want to get the brow ridge established. I think I'm going to redo that though, and bring the eyes a little bit closer in and just bring this out a little bit. Kind of sculpt this part inward a bit. I mean, we're not going to see this, but I'm just kind of shape this in a little bit so we know where to put these. Something like that. We'll try that again. Make sure we got our eyeballs layer selected and single. Something like right about here. Oh. That's about right. They're quite looking through the reports of the farmer, etc. Whoops. Lindsay, what's up? How's it going? All right. So I think the forehead's a little too pronounced, or maybe just the eyes are too inset, or... See, this is where you're supposed to add more stuff just so you can see what's going on here. I'm also going to just add just some, like, not placeholder features, but, just really quick ideas of, like, a nose, just so I can start placing things. That is not a beautiful nose right there. Let's just put that there for now. We'll fix you. We'll give you a nice nose job there. All right, so let's just put the, I think they call those nasal flappies. Little nasal flappies. Let's put the nasal flappies in. Something like that, right? Right? Yeah. She's got some high cheekbones. How's everybody doing this fine Monday? You guys working? What you got planned? You guys streaming? I think the cavities for these eyes are a bit too big. This does not look feminine whatsoever. I'm failing you guys. Failing. Let's put on some hair, shall we? Maybe that's the problem. We gotta just kind of add a little bit of hair here. Actually go for a fro. You guys want to do the fro there? Let's just do a fro and call it a day, huh? How about that? I just poured coffee. Oh, nice. Nasal flappies. Yes. I believe they call them nasal flappies. Or I believe they really call it the nasal flapesius. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just being a silly goose. Silly goose. So yeah, I'm just basically using this sphere shape to create some hair. And I found that this is a fun way to do it because then you can take the overall shape and kind of cut into it and whole bunch of other fun stuff. Yeah, you like that? Thanks, man. Appreciate that. What's up, Jane? How are you? So yeah, I just did a sphere shape, and then I am just distorting it and stretching it out just so it fits the shape of her head. And I'm just gonna actually a small back of her head there. Let's bring that back a bit. Monsi, what's up? It's been a minute. How are you? Got all my old schoolers over here. Oh, she's watching from Twitch land. Welcome from Twitch land. Yeah, I'm actually streaming on like I think 5 platforms right now. It's pretty awesome. Okay, how are you? I'm great. Doing great. So great to see you on here. Way to go, Haps, for making that reach, man. That's awesome. I'm seeing old friends on here. Yeah, likewise. For sure. All right, so that's coming about. I'm just gonna go in here and you're on Twitch too. I sure am. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere. It's pretty cool. And soon I will be inside of your minds. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, what's up, you guys? Chris and Martin are in the house. Right on. Haps is the awesomest. Absolutely. The absolute awesomest. I have never been on a platform before and have seen so many people that are from different platforms just jump on and all talk at the same time. Like it's a great kind of like center community hub to just express your talents and all that fun stuff. Loving it. Chris, do you think I should set up a Twitch account? I haven't been there yet. It's cool. Absolutely. Um, it's I've seen it as a big gaming platform, but from what I've heard from other people that I know that are on there, like hardcore, there are art channels and things like that. So it's not just video game related. A lot of musicians on there. But from what I hear, once you become affiliated, like you can't make money on Twitch and on this platform at the same time. Like you could actually lose your account that way. Like they'll cut it out or something like that. Um, it's from OBS having. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, the cool thing about Twitch as well is that they have an actual full integration into OBS where you can actually see the comments and the chats within the OBS window where your scenes are and everything, which is really interesting because you can actually pull that up in OBS as just a window feature. I forget what they call it. Let's actually go in here for a second and kind of just shape this out a bit. Oh, so far it's looking pretty good. Oops. Let's put some lips on there. Again, lips are, another difficult thing to express, especially when beauty is involved, Very easy to express the duck lips. So let's see if we can avoid the duck lips. That's just looking like a ham sandwich. I find Twitch too busy and very crazy. Stickers all over the place. Oh, yeah. That is true. It almost looks like a cyberpunk landscape. Too much bread and circus. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There's way too many people trying to do that. Oh, did I put that on the neck layer like a dum-dum? Of course I did. I'm going to redo this. Yassine, what's up, dude? Thanks for the Got Talent Award. Appreciate it. Let me make sure I have a new layer here. There we go. Ooh, like a ball gag there for a second. Guys, that just went NC-17 for a second. My bad. Sorry about that. Sorry. So sorry. So nice to see everybody on here. Yeah, lips. Lips are a pain in the ass to express. Duplicate and then flip. We're just going to repurpose that. There's a jackhammer going on in the background. I don't know if anybody can hear that, but my apologies if you're just hearing this annoying. Oh, that's funny. Maybe she's making the fish lips, right? You know how like we do this thing where we're like, anybody? No? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Dude, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Chris. Can you guys actually hear the sound effects of the app, or is that not being heard right now? Dude, super appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the awards there. And everybody is really, by the way, not to jump into my sales pitch or whatever, but I am having a raffle, and all of you guys are getting really close to getting your own ticket entry at the end of the month, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that. This is really hard to do. I think I'm going to put a mouth sphere on there because that'll help make what's called the nasal labial folds, which are like the creases that fold off of your nostrils here. Your nasal flappies, I believe they call them. Nasal flappies. Let's just put this in here. Something like that. Excuse me, ma'am, your upper lip is coming out of your cheek. You might want to fix that. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's your lower lip. I'm sorry. What is going on with your face? Oh, good God. What was that? You have a neck issue that is clearly piercing through your face. Okay, let's just undo that. Hey, let's actually save too, huh? Save. Go in here and we'll name this girl. Bloop. Nasal flappies. Yes, nasal flappies. How can I buy a raffle? That's a great question. Basically, everybody that's supporting, that's giving, like the Super Heart Awards, all those things, those little 50 cents, the quarter here, the 10 cents there, everybody, if they get up to $5 total by the end of the month, get a raffle ticket put into a bucket. And if I choose your name, you win a 3D sculpt of where did I put that guy? I did have an ad thing, but I've since moved a lot of files, and I had to rush around and do that too. I forgot what it was, though. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Where'd it go? I think it was called Print or something. Print. Yeah, it's lost. I have to find it. Yet we can't retouch our own faces. Oh, I know, right? I'm sure it'll happen within our lifetimes. That's for sure. Already talking about like bionic replacements and things like that. Nerves talking to, you know, just basic computers talking to nerve cells and stuff like that. We're able to print skin and organs now. Imagine that. Like I 3D print using resin, and I come up with my own characters. But doctors are figuring out how to basically print out organs and flesh. So if you need a skin graft or something, you don't have to take a chunk of your ass anymore to put it on your face if you fell down and hit your forehead. You know what I mean? Which is really weird because I heard a story about that. Just on a side note, there's a story about someone who had a piece of their butt removed because they, fell and hit their head. So it's a great way to kind of just lose some skin and put some fresh skin up there, right? But the person said that for the first 2 weeks that they were scratching their forehead like that, they felt it on their butt cheek. So every time they scratched their forehead, they would feel their butt being scratched. Isn't that weird? I don't know if it's true or real, or if I just was sold a bill of goods. I did help a Persian princess move $5 million into my account, an offshore account, uh, via email. I gave her all my sensitive materials. So, hey, how do you keep track at CS Murphy? Thank you so much for the super hard award. I appreciate it. I see it up here and I make note of it. Okay, I need to give her what's called a mouth sphere. And a mouth sphere, believe it or not, is attached via these two, well, lips, of course, but it's accentuated by your teeth. So the way you smile and the way your mouth is closed is dictated by how janky or not janky your teeth are. Didn't know if you knew that, but there's a little bit of some anatomy theory for you there. Mouth sphere. You're adding up all the little coins. That's very cool of you. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm not. I understand. Money is money. But if you guys want to, participate and win something cool, just thought I would throw it out there. Just trying some new stuff. Okay, mouth spheres. My goodness. Here we go. Grab this, and then we're just going to go like this. It's going to look weird at first. I think you can see who gifts you on Brocket. But yeah, absolutely. Janky teeths. The shape of your mouth is determined by how janky or non-janky your teeth are. Open up your mouth and take a look at those puppies. Ugh, looks like someone needs to floss. Open your mouth and maybe I should shut my mouth. This is what happens when there's no music playing. You get full-on comedy impromptu by yours truly. Okay, see what's going on here. We got that whole this is what they call a nasal labial fold. It's a big word that just means the crease on the side of your nose. Okay, so this is where I need to save this upper lip. My God. Let your mind wander too much. I know that it gets the best of me. That's for sure. That's for sure. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Today we are trying to do beauty. That is my goal. And it takes some time, that's for sure. Let's see, I'll take this part and kind of move it up here a bit. And also the idea is to eventually just take all of this and merge it and smooth it. For those of you that have watched me create certain anatomical things like fingers and fingers mainly, everything is cut up into its own respective part by the knuckle. And then when I'm happy with the shape, I just smooth it all together. So this might look a little weird at first, especially this bottom part here. But as soon as I get this where I'd like it, I'm going to merge everything together. I'm also going to take this active layer thing, lock down the hair, and really just move everything globally here in one gust. Also the neck I'm going to lock too. I don't want that going anywhere. And let's just push this up a little bit. I think the bottom of her face from here down is way too long. So I'm going to stylize this by making real broad moves. Up here a little bit, maybe. Let's see, undo that. Just go a little bit at a time here. Now it looks like her cheeks are a little too. I'm going to lock these down too. Don't want to mess up her eyes. And then let's see, go in here at the cheek. Kind of push this out just a little bit. Go. Man, her cheeks are chubby. There are little cheeks. Push those back a bit. Get this cheekbone established here. Bring this down a bit. There we go. Kind of push this in right here, because right where the skull comes out, it comes down here, right? And our jaw comes back here. This is like the back part of our mouth where we all lose our wisdom teeth. Isn't that fun? Anyone lose their wisdom teeth, or did they keep them? How many people have their wisdom teeth right now? Tell me! I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm a nut. Apparently I need more coffee. Okay, I'm going to also, what adds a lot of a feminine touch here is eyelids. Let's do that. Let's do some eyelids. I'm going to up-res these eyes here quite a bit because we're going to create some eyelashes, or eyelids, I'm sorry, with the copies here. So I copied the eyeballs 3 times. That's the idea, at least. I don't know where the other ones are. Okay, I thought I did. Let's see, duplicate and duplicate. There we go. So I have 3 of them. One's going to be the upper eyelid, the other one's going to be the lower eyelid, and there's going to be one that's just going to be the eyeballs themselves. So I'm going to isolate each one. Just grab the first one. This will be the upper eyelid, so I'll just come up here, rename it. Upper eyelid. Upper eyelids. All right. I had the 2 removed. My mouth wasn't big enough for them. Can you believe that? My mouth. Oh, geez. I know. crikeys. I'm just kidding. Yeah, mine couldn't fit either. In fact, they were pushing all of my teeth all over the place. So that wasn't fun. That's for sure. Let's give her some sultry eyelids. Something like that. And then we'll just paint them. Maybe a little bit darker because our eyelids are normally darker than the other skins. And then we will unhide everything else and do the same thing with the bottom eyelid here. We'll just come in here and just call this bottom lids. Okay, then we'll just isolate this and we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of just guesstimate where we want those and cut them. There we go. That might be too much. I'm just going to bring it back a little bit because it's good to have, a little too much and dig out than to realize that, nipped it too much. Do the same thing here, color that in, unhide everything else. And we're seeing all this like crazy, like fuzzy stuff because all of these shapes are sitting in the same space because we just made copies of the same eyeball 2 times, making 3 copies. And repurposing them for the lid. So I'm going to grab the upper lids, and with the move tool, I'm just going to push these out so it makes a little bit more sense, but I'm going to undo that really quick because I have all layers selected instead of just that layer. So I just want to affect that one layer, and there we go. Bring this back a little bit, bring this forward, and I think I bit a little bit off here, so I'm just going to grab all of this globally and just push this down a bit. And then come over here and bring this down. And then we'll do the same thing with the bottom lids. Come over here. Oops, what happened there? Did I rename that incorrectly? Upper, bottom. I don't know how I did that, but I named the eyeballs the lower lids on accident there. Okay. So we'll just have to fix that really quickly. Thanks so much for taking initiative and naming my layers. I can't even name them correctly. All right, so we're just going to bring these down a little bit, just kind of changing the shape of the eyelids just to match the eyeballs and to also create like a nice expression. And we're also going to do the same thing that we did for the eyeballs to make the eyelids or we need eyelashes, so we're going to do the same thing pretty much. So that's what we're going to do next once we shape these. Move that up like so. Move this middle part up. I want this part down here though. There we go. I'm also noticing we might have to reshape this a bit too. Yeah, this upper part of the brow. Push this down and in. And get rid of this. She needs to eat a sandwich. There we go. Okay. So all of this will also be smoothed out. Let's just get this nice S curve in here. Like a gentle S curve that goes up to the brow here. There. We'll just kind of maybe square this off. I'm not sure. Let's fix this nose here. Go in here. Kind of fold these in a little better. Okay. Also save that because we're making some good progress here. And I think we're going to go up here a little bit. This chin is way too low. Go. Bring this together a bit. Go. And then I'd also like to globally move these again, so I'm just going to take active layer off only, just so we can move everything. Okay, this part has to go in a bit. There we go. It's got to complement the, whoops, forgot about that. So this part needs to come in, kind of form the shape of the chin. And these parts do exist in our anatomy. We just need to kind of fold this up, push that part in a bit. Oh, you know what I also have to do? I completely forgot is duplicate this whole mouth sphere because we need to isolate the bottom and lower, or the top and lower parts here. So let's just smooth that out and then unhide everything. And then we'll do the same thing with the bottom one here, except we'll chop the top part off. Something like that, and smooth it out. Like so. Okay. Now we can treat these differently and actually do like these overlaps because the top lip does have this little, like a dimple that's expressed by this as well. We should push these out a bit too. Right? And then come out here. Kind of just sew all this together here. I'm not going to connect it yet, but something like that. And then this up here. And this part kind of like does this little like whoop, something like that. There we go. I'll kind of just tightly push that towards the corner like that. And that'll give us our overlaps. We definitely want things to start and end somewhere. We don't want all of this unresolved. So, plus we don't want to obsess, but I seem to be doing that right now. Okay, I'll kind of plump this out a bit. So mind the contour shadows and the two little bumps right here for the bottom lip. And then there's like 3 up here, which is pretty cool. You got like 1 in the middle and 2 on either side. Let's get those out. There we go. And then a bit, smooth it out. Let's do something with her hair too. I kind of just made this sphere really quick and then that was it, but let's do that. Okay. I'm also going to duplicate this again and isolate her bangs. Let's probably stop it right at the collarbone. So just want to isolate this really quick just so I can get her traps in here. Bend this down a bit, like so, and probably right before her shoulder blades. I'm gonna do something like, let's see. Now she's a walrus. That's not gonna work. That's horrible. There's a better way to do that. In fact, I'm sure of it. Okay. First of all, let's get rid of her neck mustache. Excuse me, miss. You have a neck mustache. Okay. Add continuous. Just want these connecting pieces here. There we go. I can't help but to look at this and completely just shift my focus and make a new critter. Wow, how did I do that? I completely just off-shifted her neck. Okay. So far, so good, I guess. How's everybody doing? Now it's getting hot in here. Okay, so I want to take this and I want to duplicate it. Are we doing 52 minutes? Okay. And then hide that. And then let's see. I want to just clip all of this. And then all the way up to like here. All right. And then hide that. Come in here, and then we'll erase what we wanted to be isolated. So we'll just do that. All right. Just a little swoop. Bring it back. And now we have a spot for her bangs. So we'll do this. Not really. I mean, she's attractive, but I never look at my artwork and I'm like, oh man. Yeah, I've got nothing, sorry. Maybe I'll just take the thickness out by just taking this and duplicating it. And then creating a boolean. Let's actually just come in here like this. And then maybe just take these, right? And then select this guy. Let's see how much res I have here. Let's just bring that up by 2. And then take this one, bring this one up by 2. Okay, and then I'm going to select this one first, this one second, and just go subtract, and voila, I have thinner bangs. How about that? It's just the way you said. It's gonna. Oh, Jesus Christ! That's funny. Okay, I didn't even put those two together. That's funny. It's getting hot in here. Hi, how's it going? What do you do? Oh, typical. Was it something I said? That's the first 35 years of my life right there. That's too funny. It's just the way you said it's getting hot in here. That's too funny. That's funny. Plus, I don't like girls with bangs. That's so shallow. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. It's been known you were fucking hilarious. Are quite hilarious. I forgot what did you say? You guys were talking, and I jumped into the Revs broadcast or something, and you were just saying nice things, and then I said something like, "My head is beginning to inflate a bit," and one of you guys read it, and then you instantaneously, like without a flinch, you were like, "Well, don't let it get too big because you won't be able to put your VR headset on," and I just about pissed myself. That was fucking hilarious. It was just so spot on. Like there wasn't a second to think. You were just like, "Oh, well, don't do that." That was so funny, man. Holy shit. Hilarious. Hilarious. Quick indeed. Let's put a part in her hair. We're going to do the same thing we did with the bangs and everything else. We're just going to repurpose, grab a different kind of like edgy shape here. We're going to take mirror off as to not clip the other side, and we'll put her part in the middle. Just going to bring this up a bit, give that a good slice, and then unhide everything, select that part, and do the direct opposite to the duplicate here. Just kind of go something like maybe like this. That's good. And then unhide it. And now we have our part. We just have to push it around a little bit because it's overlapping right now. Yeah, just by a little bit. We're just going to go in here and just push this here. Maybe bring it down so we can see that part line. I'm also going to bring a light back here. I'm going to bring this over here so we can see this part a little bit better. Yeah, mine aren't complete tens. I create jokes and I'm expecting a certain response, and they lay flat, and happens. All right, so now we've got like a little bit of a part. So I'm just going to bend this down a bit, kind of bow this inward because it starts from inside of the scalp, of course, here, right? Push this in probably about like right there where her head is. So there we go. We're also introducing asymmetry to the design because I don't have mirror on right now, so it's going to kind of take everything and make it all sorts of asymmetrical, which is what we want, especially with the bangs and stuff. I'm also going to split these too because it almost looks like she's wearing like a nun outfit. So duplicate this, hide one side, grab a square, and give it a slice like that. We'll set apart. Then we'll select this side. Was it the right one? Did I get it right? Yeah, okay. And just kind of do something like that. Oops. Stuff like that. We can do the same thing for like ever. We can just duplicate this again, isolate one side of it, cut into it, come in here, do the same thing, slice it back, boom, unhide. This is how we can get like really quick hair pieces and stuff like that. Kind of make the hair look like it's parted or just kind of, broken up in certain pieces here, which is what hair does. And then we can smooth all these pieces back up here. We just want it to be separated towards like the bottom part right here, just so we have just a little bit of maneuverability. There we go. And then maybe we'll just take this one, duplicate it a couple of times just to kind of get prepared. Cut that, unhide, cut that, unhide. And then finally, let's see, just cut this, maybe like right here in the middle, and then unhide. So now we have 3 pieces that we can play from, and it's all from like duplicating these really quick and then just repurposing them, because we have an overall shape, and then we're taking that overall shape and we're breaking it up. So when you're creating hair, especially in art, you're not thinking about each and every strand, you know what I mean? The trick is to do something like this, where there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces that basically express millions of hairs, You drive yourself crazy if you try to render each hair. Bring this down a bit, cup that up. So yeah, it's coming about. I'm liking this. I'll push this in a little bit just to kind of separate these as well. Maybe bow this back out. Poke this up a bit. And there we go, guys. It's coming along. It's coming along. Just gonna put this over here, like so. Merge this stuff right there. Good. Thanks so much. What do you think about the art piece, though? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, it's coming along. I think if I take this this approach and spend another like 20 minutes kind of just breaking up these huge kind of primary forms into these little tertiary hair pieces, then it'll start to look a little bit more believable. Like we can even take this whole piece on the right side. Whoa, total punk rock. Love it. Look at that. That's funny. All right, let's bring this over here a bit. Let's actually give her some eyeballs too. She seems like she's possessed by the devil or something. Let's bring these out a little bit. Get some specularity in there. Thank you, folks. I'll be here all day. Well, for at least another 10 minutes. All right, let's bring this back to mirror so we can get these pupils or irises in the right spot. Let's make her kind of sultry. Sultry anime. Jason Clark Stewart, what's up, man? Hello from London. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do as well is put eyelashes on here. Let's do that really quick. I'm just going to take this one eyelid here and I'm going to duplicate it and then just go into the duplicate, rename it eyelashes. I think that's all one word, but whatever. And then what color eyes will she have? I don't know. What color eyes should she have? I'm just going to go in here and darken this up a bit. Just a little bit. We're not going to go like fully black. I think we just did, didn't we? We went black, didn't we? No, let's go right there. Yeah, that works. Okay. And we're also going to take the shine out of that. So I'm just going to go into the material part of it, take the specularity up, rough that up. There we go. And then we're going to unhide this and also just kind of push this forward and down because we don't want it to be over the eyelid itself. We just want it expressed right here. And this is where eyeball creation becomes difficult. Let's see, actions, manipulation, circle. Kind of bring this down a little bit. So she's looking maybe like right there. All right, yeah, that works. What color eyes will she have? Whoops. Let's bring that back. Whoop. There we go. Grab this guy, this. Gonna push this down a bit. And I think we're gonna kind of exaggerate her eyelashes a bit, kind of do this almost like a anime look. Yeah, you know what I need to do with this really quickly? I just need to isolate this and need to chop it back a bit. So I'm going to grab this square shape. Whoops, square shape. There we go. And just kind of cut into it a bit, like so. And then also just grab this cylinder shape. I'm too fast for this program. And then there we go. Do something a little more. We don't need all that information back there. Plus, it's going to be a lot easier for us to kind of shape what we want here, which is this. Up here a little bit. I'm going to move this up a bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. It's looking good. Let's put some pupils in there. Just go in here, use the pill shape that we have right here. Make sure we have enough resolution to do this, which we do. And let's give her big pupils. Maybe she's just tripping on mushrooms. I'm kidding. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah. And then we'll just make a new layer, call it pupils. And then we have like this. Let's see, what kind of shape should we use? Whoops, not rocks. Let's put rocks in her eyes. Great idea. Just go with this shape for now. See, I always like. Do we have that? Are we good? I just press the pill shape. Okay. And then just come over here with black, of course. And just put that in there. Whoa. Whoa. That looks scary. First of all, pupils black. Secondly, no specularity. Wait, why do I have a feeling I'm on another layer that... Oh, I didn't. Okay, cool. I'm just going to make that specular, rough that out. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Cool, and then paint this guy here. Paint... Let's go with a nice... Let's go hazel, why not? A little bit of green and... Green hazily brown? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Oh, that sounds good. Brush, make sure that that's set to opacity and hardness cranked. Cranked. All right. She looks like a Scooby-Doo character without the pupils there. There we go. Oh, she's lovely. I think I'm going to take the specular out for now, just because it looks like her pupil is specular, and I don't want that. Let's just do that for now. And then I'll go back in there with a brush that's a little less hard and almost zero opacity. Actually, let's just bring that to about the same value. And then I'm going to select just some yellow and just put a hint in there, just kind of change the overall color here. And the reason why I put a low value is because I can just add to it like a dimmer switch instead of just getting a huge stamp of a color. I'm really just pacing that yellow, really just getting it in there, like where I want it to be. There we go. Like that. All right. I'm really liking the way this face came out. She's got a bit of character, that's for sure. So I just want to pull this back just a little bit, but not to the point where it's interpenetrating to the back part of the hair here, because there are two levels of things going on here. There's this wall right here, and then there's the back wall, and it's the same object. So I'd like to make sure that this isn't, well, one, interpenetrating the trapezius like it is, and two, for it to not project past the backside of the hair there. And considering that these are asymmetrical, I should have mirror off because I'm noticing that this part isn't nearly as pushed back. And that's because each piece is different. So we're going to fix that. And as soon as we fix this, I'm going to go back and just isolate the hair, or not isolate it, but hide it, so I can fix this neck, because there's an issue with the neck I'm not liking. Ren, what's up, Nutters? How you doing? So this I'm going to push in just a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to undo that and just put mirror back on for that 1 second. These should be a little bit more connected towards her, the dip in her clavicle, and also this up here. I think that's what actually is bothering me right now, is that the back of the neck here isn't fully realized yet. So let's do that. I might not even have to isolate this. No, I won't. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Swift. What's up, dude? So right on, just a little over an hour, we've come up with this this character here, and the object of today's stream was to kind of create beauty in art, which is very difficult to do. And I don't know if I have it. I don't know if I've achieved that today. I'm kind of proud of it. I don't know. Some of you guys might think otherwise, which I totally respect, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I saw 2 ketchup packets on the ground the other day, and I was just like, isn't that cute? They're hanging out, waiting for a lunch to squirt on. Ren, thanks for the super art. I appreciate it. Actually, if you dig into my Instagram far enough, you'll see a picture that I did take of 2 ketchup packets, and one was squirted on the ground, and the other one was out and just not squirted at all, and it looked like a murder-suicide scene. I took a picture of it. Not to say that murder-suicide is humorous, but the way I staged it was. And there is humor in everything, folks. That's for sure. Cool. So I literally, this whole project, I used practically just this one sphere shape and just shaped it into a bunch of different layers that we see here. Didn't name all of them, just for the rush. Mainly the hair wasn't, named, but for the most part, everything is there and respectfully added. She, I don't know if you guys notice, but because of how low her bangs are, she has no eyebrows. So why don't I put some eyebrows in here and then we'll just call it a day. And I'll post this on my Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, check it out. It's like, where is it? Like somewhere over here. My arm's gone. Yeah, at the bottom of the screen. CS Murphy Art. Shoot me a follow. I'll follow you back. Always appreciate new peeps. I think I will be back on a little bit later, just working on some other stuff. I'm doing a mixed reality project, so I need to animate a crazy skull coming out of someone's top hat, like an actual physical top hat. So my goal, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I painted this pendant. You know that pendant that I printed out in on my 3D printer? It's got the skull in the middle, and there's like a nice little kind of like frame around it. I'm taking that file and I'm animating it so that the skull comes out and like the mouth opens up and like lights on fire. So I'm going to go into VR and animate that shot by bringing in that sculpt that I created for the 3D print, and then trigger that using a few cool mixed reality apps. Because I'm trying to get an augmented reality line of clothing going, and I'll be working on that this afternoon. So I invite you to please join me then, because I will be making more crazy shit in VR. And I love most, if not all, of your company. So I really appreciate you guys being here. And we're just finishing this off a little bit by doing some eyebrows. So I'm just bringing her bangs up a little bit, just kind of fluffing them out, kind of changing the curvature a little bit, because right now it's kind of just, there's a lame line coming down, but I want to put just a little bit of bounce into her hair and push this up, right? Do the same thing with these parts here, right? Something like this. And then I'm going to add the eyebrows in just a sec. And then we will conclude this broadcast. But again, thank you so much for being here, you guys. It's always a pleasure. Close this up a little bit. There we go. I thought I was following you on Instagram. I haven't. I don't really post anything. Oh, no worries. That's all good. I think I'm going to take this one bang right here and turn it into an eyebrow. So I'm going to take mirror off, grab this piece right here, and it's actually got a nice curve to it too. I might actually, that comes to my advantage here. So I'm going to push this into the other wall, kind of thinning this out, and then grab the clay tool, and we'll just cut into it a bit, something like that. Bring this over here. Thanks so much, you guys. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm liking the shape of it like this, so I might do this instead. Smooth that out a bit. Actually, I will have to increase the resolution here just a few. Come in here. There we go. That's what we want. And then I'll push this just over here like this, give this a little bit more of a curve. And the cool thing about this is that we worked in mirror mode to create the face. So once we create this one eyebrow, we can duplicate it and then flip it, and that will create the other eyebrow. So let's just do that. Some weird artifacting going on there. There we go. And then maybe just kind of smooth that back so it kind of starts from the bottom part rather than the top. There we go. And kind of end this up here a little bit, like so. Push that down and down, like so. Then in, and then copy, and then flip. There we go. There we go. And if I take this one and merge them together, the cool thing about that is that I can go back into mirror mode now with my move tool and move each, the same eyebrow basically on either side, which is really cool. Let's see. Let's get this down here a bit. And then part of this right here needs to be just pushed back a little bit, like so. Just want to show more of her lids. I'll push these up like that. Something like that. Oops. All right, guys. And that's it, man. There we go. What we got? Like an hour and 22 minutes. We created this decently attractive sculpt. There is some tweaking that needs to be done. I'm definitely not going to just stop it here. But it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys are. So, yeah, I'm going to bounce. Thank you so much for hanging out. And hopefully we'll see you again when I jump on this afternoon. But thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Thanks again.